Okay, guys. So what's up? Well, this is your boy Plebin, and this is more or so a update to my re- well review for Alicization episode 13. As you see, I did a review, talked about it, but there is some more stuff to talk about. That came, well, I kind of already knew this, but I needed like the source material from the light novel. I have the light novel, but I didn't feel like searching it up myself, like going through the pages. But now, if you watch Alicization, if saw that overly it's not even fan service at that point, between the tentacle woman and Leafa, basically aka rape scene that A-1 did. If you don't know, A-1 is the studio that is doing Alicization, and they are known for doing overly fan service. It's not even fan service at that point, you know, the scene between Leafa and that tentacle woman. That wasn't even fan service. That literally lasted for almost 10 minutes. Now, this is from I got the source material to show you guys that basically A-1 Studios went out of their way to be a bunch of horny ass dogs, you know. They were like, oh yeah, let's turn this into aka, you know, a rape scene between Leafa and the tentacle woman. When, if you read the light novel, or if you have read any of the light novels of Alicization or Sword Art Online, basically that exact scene in volume 17 is completely different. And now, Reki, you know, said that when he was doing that part for the light novel, he wasn't thinking of anything sexual or any of that. He was thinking of like basically, you know, how to implement Leafa's pain, you know, and the pain she was experiencing and the torture she was going through in those like 5 or so minutes before the orc pig decided to help her, you know. It was more of a emotional thing, you know, he was trying to express, you know, and express her pain. And because of what that tentacle woman was doing, like the torture. Now let's get into it. Right here, this is directly from the light novel. Now you see the tentacle woman, you see her. That does not look like a fucking rape scene. This is the exact opposite, you know, from what A-1 Studios did in the episode. Completely different. This is basically Leafa being tortured, and you know, it's nothing like what you saw in episode 13 of Alicization. Completely different. Now, on Reddit, this person, you know, got the source material from volume 17 and posted it in Reddit. So, thank you, our Sword Art Online, posted by Object with Class. Well, thank you for posting this. So this actually really helps, because I got the volume myself. Like, I literally got all the light novels, but I didn't feel like, you know, going through it. But yeah. Okay, Leafa rape scene source material. The rape scene is not in the source material. This is the source material. Okay, somehow her fingers had already transformed into glistening, slippery worms at their ends. constrict circles a thin saw-like mouth open wide, written disgustedly. Watch. As Dee shouted, her 5 fingers, no 5 long worms stretched far beyond their origin length and wrapped around the girl's upper body. They not only stopped her from moving, the ends raised their sickle-shaped necks and stabbed into her skin. Okay, that is completely different from the scene you saw in episode 13. Okay, very different. Blood spurted in all directions as the girl called. Leafa screamed, her green eyes wide. She tried to peel off the worms with her hands, but her upper body was entangled and her wrists were tied up by Rapurins. I can't fucking pronounce that name. Sash. The blood flowed from her 5 wounds. Suddenly seemed to stop, but the reality was different. Rapuin realized that the worms on Dee's right hands were imitating swallowing sound. They were drinking her blood. The dark sorceress lifted her head and began to recite a short incantation system called Transfer Human Unit Durability Right to Self. Basically, the anime director chose to turn this into a rape scene. The details of the technical placement was not in the original writing. This is making defending SAO illicitization war under the underworld a lot harder than it needs to be, which is very, very fucking true. Because if you don't know, A-1 Studios actually directed Fairy Tail, and if you've seen Fairy Tail, you know that A-1 Studio, they like to fucking turn anything, into sexualized fan service bullshit. And it's like the staff and the director and the people at A-1 Studio was like, oh yeah, let's fucking turn this one scene from the light novel into a rape scene, when in the light novel it is not that. And it makes it hard to defend the anime adaptation, because that is like, this shit should not happen. Okay, like this, bro, it's disgusting. It's outright disgusting what A-1 Studio is doing. And it's a slap to the face of not only Reki, who is the creator of Sword Art Online and does the light novels, but it's also a slap to the face of the fans. And it, like, as a Sword Art Online fan, I need to address this, because I own all the light novels. I'm a huge Sword Art Online fan. I've been watching Sword Art Online since it first released. So it really just irks me how, if you don't know, they cut out a lot of content and a lot of stuff from Alicization. Important stuff. There are a lot of things that they glossed over that were important to the light novels, and they just completely glossed over it or cut it. But yet they turn this one thing from the light novel, which was not a fucking rape scene, into a over-sexualized rape scene. It just is sickening how they are just treating Sword Art Online, and that is why people hate on Sword Art Online, because of what the studio does. Like, the studio is not helping. They're making it worse. They are adding fuel to the fire, and it's just giving Sword Art Online haters even more reason to hate Sword Art Online. Apparently, Reki is going to do an interview talking about this, so I'm going to be very curious to know what he has to say. But yeah, like, it just, and here's the thing. If you don't know, in the scene, like because they turned this shit into a rape scene, okay? That scene in episode 13 lasted almost 10 minutes, when in the light novel, it only lasted for like 5 minutes. And then, you know, like in the light novel, like if, like, you know, in the anime, in episode 13, after the scene ended, like after fucking 10 minutes, almost 10 minutes, basically Leafa, like, raises her sword and slashes, Rasputin, and, you know, but in the light, like, you know, that was only a second, like, you know, but in the light novel, that one moment, they actually delve deeper into that moment of when Leafa raises her sword and slashes her. It delves more into that part, you know. So, yeah, like, they completely, like, it's, and this is the problem with anime, because studios just do whatever the fuck they want to do, and, like, they don't follow the source material. They cut important things out. They over sexualize, you know, fucking the female characters in the anime when it shouldn't be, when that shouldn't be, because, like, bro, if I wanted fucking fan service, I wouldn't be watching fucking anime. I watch anime for the story, and I expect the studio to follow the manga or light novel or whatever it is. Whether it's a light novel or manga, I expect the studio to follow the source material and actually do a good job with anime in it, you know. So, yeah, like, and you know, here's the thing: the fact that A-1 Studios did this shit, you know, it just, it's like they're a bunch of horny ass fucking dogs, you know, and they are just catering to, like, the most degenerates of degenerates, you know, like, that's what they're doing. Like that scene just caters to the most fucking degenerates on this earth, you know. It's like, and if, like, literally, if anyone can get off on that shit, you need to go get help. I'm so disgusted how they just turned this one moment in the light novel into a over-sexualized rape scene, when in the light novel it is not that. Like, as you see from the source material itself, it is completely different, not the same. So, apparently Reki is going to be doing an interview talking about this, so I'm going to be very curious to know what he has to say. I'm just very irritated, very pissed that, like, this shit happened, because it's like not only did Alicization Part 2 get delayed for 3 months, but we waited 3 months for A-1 Studio to basically pull this shit. Yeah, it's bullshit. It's disgusting. So let me know what you guys think. Yeah. So peace out. Also, before I leave, just to make sure, if you guys like Sword Art Online, if you read the light novels, if you like anime in general, whether it be Sword Art Online, Black Clover, My Hero, whatever anime you like, if you like anime, you know, hit that like button. And let me know if there's any other animes or mangas you want me to talk about. Like, you know, I can do Black Clover. You know, I'm actually may do a Black Clover video. Very interested, because the Black Clover manga is actually getting very, very interesting. So I may do a Black Clover video, because it's actually, haven't decided yet. Peace out.